Welcome to video 3 of the Coders Bracket tutorial videos, where I will be teaching you how to create a random bracket for your Coders Bracket March Madness basketball tournament bracket. Let's get to it. As in all videos, I will be rebuilding the code that you have access to in the examples dropdown. This time I'm going to be rebuilding this code that will generate a random bracket. And let's just try it out really quick. See, okay, Oklahoma is the winner, and to prove it's really random, you can try and memorize really quickly some of this bracket. Let's do it again. And San Diego is the winner. So it does seem to be generating a random bracket for you, which can be useful if you sort of just want to get a feel for what could possibly happen. So let's get rid of this code, and we will build it up from the ground up. So the first thing I'm going to need is as always a function, and the function is going to take 3 parameters or arguments, and it's a game. It's going to need team 1, and it's going to need team 2. And so this is our function, and now we need to write some code that's going to happen in it. So we're going to have an open curly bracket and a closed curly bracket, and our code is, as always, going to go inside of these 2 curly brackets. Okay, so what do we need if we want to choose randomly? Well, we're going to need a random number. So we might say something like, if math.random. Now this will be just believe me for a second. We're going to go and show, but this is going to be, right, this is a math object, as you can see, just like you would say team.losses or team.seed if you watch one of the previous videos. Math.random. So math is an object, and it's actually built into JavaScript, so we didn't need to put it in our function. We don't need to define it. It's just there. Math.random. Well, random is a function, just like wins game is a function. It's got these open close parentheses. And what it's going to do is this is going to become for us a number between 0 and 1, not including 1. So from 0 to, I'll prove this to you by going to the documentation, but it's going to become basically 0.1, something in between 0 and 1. It could be 0, but it could not be 1. So from 0 all the way up to almost 1. And we are going to say if this number between 0 and 1 is less than or equal to 0.5. And that's going to be the beginning of our if. So if this random number, we have no idea what it's going to be, is less than or equal to 0.5, we are going to say that, well, it doesn't really matter. Let's say that team 1 is going to win the game. It's always nice to indent your code properly, and that is to make it more readable to other people and also to yourself. So we have our else statement as well. So we are saying if this random number, which will be different every time we run the function, right? We're going to run it for this game, this game, this game, this game, and this is going to be a different number each time this function runs because it's a random number. If this random number is less than 0.5, then team 1 will win the game, and otherwise, you can probably guess that team 2 is going to win the game. Great. So I want to just show you what I would do if I came across some code that I didn't understand. Immediately, I would take this code, and I would throw it into my Google search engine, and boom, you see, math.random, JavaScript. So let's see what they have to say for themselves. Okay, so it looks like this is documented. This is some documentation, just like we have documentation on Coders Bracket. The math.random function returns a floating point pseudo-random number in the range of 0, including 0, up to 1, but not including 1. Great. So, we have some examples. If you wanted to write a function to get a random number, you would return math.random, and that function would return a random number. Or you could just call math.random, which is what we're doing in Coders Bracket. Great. So if math.random, if this random number is less than 0.5, team 1 is going to win, and if the random number is greater than 0.5, then team 2 is going to win. let's see what this does. Let's see if this works. Oh, and okay. Let's do it a couple times just to make sure it is truly random. It looks pretty random to me. And this is very useful, especially if you wanted to add some random gameplay. Maybe not totally random, but you had like an idea. Like, I really want UNC to win, but I want every other game that UNC is not part of to play randomly. This would be very useful in something like that. Okay, good luck in your writing of this function, and I will see you in the next video.